Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Dinig mo ay sadyang kahanga-hanga. Awit mo ay salamin ng iyong buhay. Aawitin ng buong bansa. Ang galing mo kapatid kailanman. Buong bansa ngayon ay kakanta. Tara na kanta na Pilipinas. Ipakita na ang galing ng Pilipino. Tara na kanta na Pilipinas. Oh, tara na kanta na Pilipinas. Pagpalaki, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Sadyang lahat ay iyong pinapahanga. Makikinig sa kwento ng iyong buhay at saksi ang buong bansa. Ang galing mo kapatid kailanman. Buong bansa ngayon ay kakanta. Tara na kanta na Pilipinas. Ipakita na ang galing ng Pilipino. Tara na kanta na Pilipinas. Oh, tara na kanta na Pilipinas. Na Pilipinas. Ipakita na ang galing ng Pilipino. Tara na kanta ng Pilipinas. Oh, tara na kanta ng Pilipinas. Saan man dako, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Dinig mo ay sadyang kahanga-hanga. Awit mo ay salamin ng iyong buhay. Aawitin ng buong bansa. Ang galing mo kapatid kailanman. Buong bansa ngayon ay kakanta. Tara na kanta na Pilipinas. Ipakita na ang galing ng Pilipino. Tara na kanta na Pilipinas. Oh, tara na kanta na Pilipinas. Pagpalaki, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Sadyang lahat ay iyong pinapahanga. Makikinig sa kwento ng iyong buhay at saksi ang buong bansa. Ang galing mo kapatid kailanman. Buong bansa ngayon ay kakanta.
Hello everyone! I am Jona Lynne Delasalde. You can call me Jona.
Madiyaw nga adlaw mga ka-tourist, I am Princess Shyn Chuan and you can call me Shyn. But first, we will have our head count. 1, 2, 3, 20! Amazing! Exactly complete. On behalf of Central Pinas Tours, we'd like to welcome you all to Region 7, Central Visayas Region. And we are hoping that you will be enjoying this tour because we will be together for 4 days. While waiting for our bus, we will be feeding you informations about the Central Visayas region.
So, the Central Visayas region has two of the most dynamic tourism-driven destinations in the country. Bohol and Cebu are included in the top 10 list of most visited destinations of both local and domestic tourists. Also, Siquijor is slowly creating noise in the tourism as an enchanting natural destinations in the Central Philippines. Central Visayas region is comprised of the provinces of Bohol, Cebu, Siquijor, and Negros Oriental.
For us to arrive at the mentioned provinces, we can travel by air, sea, and by land, but the most accessible is by sea.
The major languages and dialects spoken include Cebuano, Boholano, Porohanon, Bantayanon, and English, but they mainly spoke Cebuano. The major cultural groups in the region are the Cebuanos and Boholanos. Cebuanos used to be the largest ethnic group in the Philippines, but is currently only next to Tagalog. The Cebuano constitutes the major ethnic population and cultural influence in the southern Philippines, making Cebuano the lingua franca of the southern Philippines.
The Boholano speaks a variation of Cebuano with minor changes in pronunciation. Southern Bohol is known for unique hunting specializations for whales, dolphins, sharks, and mantas. Having island provinces, the major industry in the region includes agriculture, fishery, shipping, and tourism.
By the way, I will not be with you for today's tour, since I will be heading first to Cebu City. Enjoy everyone! See you tourists!
See you, Jona! Oh, our bus is here mga ka-tourist. We can now go inside the bus and start our tour. Good morning and welcome mga ka-tourist. Our first destination for today's tour is the province of Bohol. But first, say hello to our driver, Ginoong Dave Ildefonso. He is a professional driver that surely take us to our destination safely. The bus ride to our destination will take about 15 minutes. For the time being, I'd like to take you a moment to familiarize you with the area and go over some basic precautions. First and foremost, I request that you remain seated until we arrive at our destination. Second, please listen carefully for our instructions and keep your belongings safety. Third, if you want to ask anything, just feel free to approach me. Lastly, I have here a first aid kit for in case of emergencies. So to our dear travelers, do you know that the Bohol city is the home of the famous Chocolate Hills? Bohol is one of the most visited destinations in the Central Visayas region of the Philippines. The island province offers breathtaking spots for history buffs, beach lovers, adrenaline junkies. Bohol is comprised of one major island and 73 smaller ones surrounding it. So you'll have plenty places to explore during your trip here. One thing for sure, you'll enjoy every second of your stay and love the diversity that Bohol offers. So let's go to our first tourist attraction in Bohol province, the Blood Compact Monument. Welcome to the Blood Compact Monument. So Blood Compact Monument is an artwork that was made to honor the first international treaty between the Philippines and Spain. The memorial stands in an area alongside what is now known as Tagbilaran East Road in Bohol District. Its current spot holds historical significance. Cities where Miguel Lopez de Legazpi and Raja Sikatuna performed a blood compact on March 16, 1565. This gesture supposedly signifies peace and friendship between the foreigners and the natives of Bohol. A lot of locals also call this as the Sandugo Shrine. In addition, this historical moment is immortalized in bronze sculpture by Boholano national artist, the late Napoleon V. Abueva. Now, the monument is prominently known to tourists and locals as the Sandugo or Blood Compact Shrine that is located at Tagbilaran East Road. So dear tourists, I will give you time to roam around and time is up mga ka-tourists. Let's go inside our bus and head up to our next destination. Come to our next destination, the Baclayon Church. Do you know that the church was built out of coral stones? It is a cross-shaped church with its juncture or crossing surmounted by a pyramidal wall. The original tiled roof was replaced by galvanized iron in 1893. The church complex is strategically located facing the sea. La Purísima Concepción de la Virgen María Parish Church, also the Immaculate Conception of the Virgin Mary Parish Church, commonly known as Baclayon Church, is a Roman Catholic church in the municipality of Baclayon, Bohol, Philippines. Within the jurisdiction of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Tagbilaran, Baclayon was founded by the Jesuit priests Juan de Torres and Gabriel Sanchez in 1596, and it became the oldest Christian settlement in Bohol. So again, dear tourists, I will give you time to roam around and take a picture. Time is up mga ka-tourists. Let's go inside our bus and head up to our next destination. Welcome to Bohol National Museum. So Bohol National Museum is housed in an old city library. It presents the archaeological exploration and excavation of sites in the Anga Peninsula. The archaeological data give insights into the prehistory of the island of Bohol. The museum presents an accurate and comprehensive documentation of the protection, conservation, and preservation of significant tangible, movable, and immovable cultural properties of Bohol. It also highlights the immediate methods, actions, and procedures that the government has taken to ensure that the cultural properties, which are now called the national cultural treasures and important cultural properties, are preserved. The National Museum's goal is not only to be a museum as a cultural center, but also as an educational and scientific institution too. So dear tourists, I will give you time to roam around and take a picture. Time is up mga ka-tourists. Let's go inside our bus and head up to our next destination. Welcome to one of the famous tourist spot in Bohol, the Chocolate Hills. This former rolling terrain of haycock-shaped hills, mounds of a generally conical and almost symmetrical shape, estimated to be from 1,268 to about 1,776 individual mounds. These cone-shaped or dome-shaped hills are actually made of grass-covered limestones, and take note, limestone soils are fertile, so it is prohibited to climb in the hills. The majestic Chocolate Hills is one of the Philippines' most popular tourist attractions and is the top destination for Bohol tours. It got its name from its strange yet unique formation and rich vegetation that turns into chocolate brown during the dry months, hence the name. So dear tourists, I will give you time to roam around and take a picture. We are here now at the Lubbock River, also called as Loay River, and it is a river in the Bohol province of the Philippines. It is one of the most major tourist destinations of Bohol. The source of the Lubbock River is located in the town of Carmen, almost at the center of Bohol. This river in Bohol is known to be one of the cleanest river in the country. Tourists take an hour-long cruise along the river while enjoying food, drinks, and music. Local musicians play native and novelty music. One of the most popular and exciting destinations in Bohol, where one can get on board a floating restaurant and enjoy the food while watching the view of the place. So enjoy tourists, because next up, we'll be heading to Balikasag Island. Balikasag Island, with bountiful marine resources with a white sand beach and the beautiful corals in shallow and deep waters. Balikasag indeed is a famous tourist attraction. It is also considered one of the best diving and snorkeling sites in Bohol, given the stunning Balikasag Reef and Balikasag Marine Sanctuary. Snorkel at one of the richest marine sanctuary in the country. Swim around with exotic corals and fishes that is found in this diverse marine habitat. Balikasag Island is one of the top diving spots in the Philippines for scuba diving tours and for certified divers. Time is up mga ka-tourists. Let's go inside our bus and head up to our next destination. We are here now in Panglao Island. Panglao Island is located southwest of the island of Bohol and east and south of Cebu. Panglao has a terrain that ranges from plain, hilly, and mountainous. Panglao is made of Maribohok limestone, the youngest of the limestone units found in the western area of Bohol. Panglao Island is a famous tourist destination for its white sand beaches and world-class diving sites. Panglao is very accessible to other natural wonders of Bohol, such as the Chocolate Hills, the countless rivers, springs, falls, and caves, and the ever-cute tarsier, the smallest primate in the world. There are also a lot of attractions to do for tourists, such as scuba diving, island hopping, dolphin watching, snorkeling, kite surfing, and fishing. So tourists, did you enjoy the view? We are surrounded by pristine waters. Now, let's go to our second to the last destination, the Mag-Aso Falls. We're now here at the Mag-Aso Falls. Mag-Aso Falls is one of the most beautiful waterfalls on the island of Bohol in the Philippines. It truly has it all, from cliff jumps to little trails and beautiful waterfall leading into the iconic blue water of the Philippines. The falls is an 8-meter waterfall that is surrounded by wild plants and tropical backdrop. They were also called after aso or smoke due to the drizzles resembling smoke that is formed from the strong drops of water. Out of 20 or so waterfalls in Bohol, this cascade is the most accessible from the capital, Tagbilaran City. So dear tourists, I will give you time to roam around and take a picture. Time is up! Let's go inside our bus and head up to our last destination. So here we are at our last destination here in Bohol, the Hanging Bridge at Sevilla. Hanging Bridge at Sevilla is used to be the bridge used by the locals to cross the Sipatan River. Originally, this bridge was only made of woven bamboo slats, ropes, and some cables. Nowadays, this bamboo hanging bridge is one of the tourist destinations in Bohol. The hanging bridge was originally constructed using just bamboo and rope. Today, the rope has made way to steel cables, giving added safety and stability. The bridge spans around 14 meters and offers a great view of the Emerald Sipatan River below. On the far side of the bridge, you will find a small shop selling souvenir items and a welcome cold drink and snacks. Also, you will find the Buko King that you can strip a coconut or buko in something like 10 seconds just using his teeth. So dear tourists, I will give you time to roam around and take a picture, and don't forget to buy your souvenirs. Time is up, tourists! Sadly, this is our last destination here in Bohol. But don't be sad because Miss Jona will be your next tour guide for your next destination. So bye for now and see you in Siquijor Province.
Welcome to day 2. Say hello to the Queen City of the South, Cebu City. I am your tour guide and I will support you all throughout the tour. I promise you are going to enjoy your stay here in Cebu. Cebu City is well known for its beautiful beaches, historic sites, and exquisite cuisines. But there is much more to the city than meets the eye. Did you know that Cebu is considered as the oldest city in the Philippines? Cebu is the center of trade, commerce, and tourism in the Visayas. With ancient Spanish forts, incredible marine parks, mouth-watering food, and thriving business parks, there are a lot to experience to be had in Cebu, both for business and pleasure. Remember that the Cebu is the capital of Central Visayas. Oh! 10 minutes from now, we will be arriving to our first destination. First stop, the Magellan's Cross. But first, we will have our head count. 1, 2, 20. Amazing! Exactly complete. Welcome to Magellan's Cross. It serves as a landmark that is considered as one of the most important historical markers in Cebu City. It has a huge wooden Christian cross that marks the arrival of Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan on the island of Cebu, now Cebu, roughly 500 years ago. Magellan with his crew were the first Europeans to come to the Philippines to search for the spice island of Molucca for the King of Spain. And it is also serves as a reminder of the birth of Christianity in the Philippines. Here inside the Magellan's Cross, look up, tourists, and you will see the ceiling of the Magellan's Cross Pavilion's interior. You can find a mural depicting the baptism of Ra Humabon and his household by Father Pedro Valderrama, and the planting of a wooden cross by Ferdinand Magellan. The artwork was done by Jess Roa and Sari M. Hossel. The Magellan's Cross in Tagalog is Cruz ni Magellan. Now, I will give you time to take a picture and mesmerized by the place. Now, we are heading to our second destination, the Basilica Minor del Santo Niño. Everyone, welcome to the oldest Roman Catholic Church established in the Philippines, the Basilica Minor del Santo Niño. It was formerly known as San Agustin Church. It was built in the same spot where the image of Santo Niño de Cebu, a statue depicting the child Jesus, was found in 1565 by Spanish explorers led by Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. The Basilica Minor del Santo Niño was made of rock. Did you know that Santo Niño was supposed to be made of bricks? After a fire in 1602 and the demolition of the church roofing and facade in 729, Father Jose Bosquet considered constructing a much stronger church. Construction began in 1730 after gaining funds and labor assistance. However, they discovered that the humid climate of Cebu is unsuitable for brick church, since they quickly decay. After then, the project was dismantled and rebuilt with stones. They then started gathering stone supplies from Karkar and quarries on Mactan Island, Capiz, and Panay, which created the church foundations. So now, I will give you time to meditate in church. Alright, it's time to go to Fort San Pedro. It is said to be the oldest and the smallest fort in the Philippines, covering an area of 2,025 square meters. Its walls are 20 feet tall and 8 feet thick, forming a triangle with an even length. Two sides face the sea and the other the land, where the current entrance gate to the fort is located. The fort has a long and rich history. At the entrance to the site, we already indulge our eyes with the images posted on the walls. Barrel boat entrance, depicting the gradual development of the fort. Earliest form was made of logs built on May 8, 1565, only 11 days after Legazpi arrived in Cebu. Through the years, the fort experienced many changes, including the replacements of wood with stone and mortar. There was also a portrait of Ferdinand Magellan, a Portuguese explorer who led the Spanish expedition that eventually reached the Philippines in 1521. The gate has two rectangular columns that flank a raised Philippine flag that serves as the apex of the structure. Three tunnel-shaped windows sit on top of a gable, which hosts a niche that shelters an image of the Santo Niño, the city's patron saint. Below, it is under shallower niche marked with a seal, which I was told was the seal of the Spanish king. So now, I will give you time to tour the place. Take a look around at the Instagrammable place hailed as the Taj Mahal of Cebu, the Temple of Leia. It has become one of the most famous landmarks in Cebu, offering a taste of ancient Greece. This majestic edifice is an impressive Cebu tourist spot that inspires awe. This place offers a gorgeous overlooking view of the busy and energetic metropolis. From its Greek-like statues to its gorgeous architecture, there's no shortage of picture-perfect sites at Temple of Leia. The Temple of Leia is towering 7-story building inspired by ancient Roman architecture. Its most photographed features are the two golden lions by the main stairs and the 9-foot bronze statue of Leia, the albino Adorno, for whom the temple was built for. Similar to the Taj Mahal of India, the Temple of Leia was constructed as a symbol of the undying love of the Jericho Soriano Adorno for his late wife, Leia. However, unlike the Taj Mahal, the Temple of Leia is not a tomb. The 24 chambers of the Temple of Leia house the namesake's massive collection of antiques, art, Chinese jars, and books. Now, I'll give you time admiring its ornate design and gleaming interiors. We are now coming up to Mactan Island. There are so many hidden gems on Mactan Island in the form of beaches, water activities, marine sanctuaries, and more. Mactan is a coral island, which means that some of the best diving and snorkeling can be accessed just off the shore. Mactan Island is a paradise boasting pristine waters and beautiful white sand beaches, making the place famous worldwide. It is a place full of historical accounts, the site where the Battle of Mactan occurred. According to history, Mactan Battle was the first battle between native Filipinos and Europeans in 1521. In this historic battle, the explorer Ferdinand Magellan met his death at the hands of Lapu-Lapu, one of the island's most famous rulers. The waters surrounding Mactan are teeming the rich biodiversity that makes for a memorable experience. This also means that the beaches are made of soft ground coral that feels so good in between your toes. Okay, tourists, feel free to tour the island. A trip to Cebu would not be complete without visiting the stunning beaches of Bantayan Island. Keep your eyes open for we will be heading to Bantayan Island. Bantayan is the main and largest island of the Bantayan Island group that lies close to the geographical center of the Philippine archipelago. Bantayan Island is popular for its pristine beaches, located in the Visayan Sea, Philippines. It is situated to the west of the northern end of Cebu Island, across the Tanyon Strait. The island area is 108.77 square meters. The island is divided into 3 municipalities. Bantayan, the largest municipality covering the central part. Madidejos covering the northern portion. Santa Fe Center of Tourism in Bantayan Island, covering the southeastern portion. The island is mostly covered with coconut palms. The elevation is mostly below 10 meters or 30 feet, with only one taller hill at 26 meters or 90 feet in Barangay Atop. Perhaps one of the most idyllic destinations in the Philippines, it has unspoiled beaches, amazing heritage structures, noteworthy natural formations, and must-visit ecotourism sites. But aside from being a beach destination, Bantayan Island is more than just a beach paradise. Bantayan is a buwad heaven. It takes pride in its rich marine life and the fresh seafood they offer, danggit or dried fish. From the popular danggit or dried rabbit fish to dried squid and even such exotic products as fish tocino. Bantayan has a wide range of this popular pasalubong item that makes it the perfect tropical island getaway. In the meantime, I will give you time to tour around the area. Enjoy! Gather here, tourists! 15 minutes from now, we will be going to Taoist Temple. Keep your eyes open for Taoist Temple. It is a center of worship for Taoism, the religion which follows the teachings of the ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu. In a temple, devotees perform rituals. One ritual is where one prays to the gods to grant one's wish. In Taoism, green dragons symbolize good fortune and energy. It also allows one person to reintegrate with his or her spiritual life. That's why in a Taoist temple, you will see a lot of dragon statues. The colors around the temple are also more on red and green, with the roofs having a pagoda-like design. Great view of the city. The view in the Taoist temple is also reason why a lot of tourists come and visit. It gives you an overlooking view of the Cebu city. And on clear sunny days, you may get to see the island of Mactan and the nearby province of Bohol. If you have noticed in Cebu Taoist temple, there are so many symbolisms that are being reflected in the decorations. It is the religious theme of Taoism, the pursuit of longevity and prosperous life. You will notice that the construction of a temple is usually built with huge windows, wide open doors, eaves, and girders, or carved with Chinese characters. You will notice that the construction of a temple is usually built with huge windows, wide open doors, eaves, and girders are carved with Chinese characters. The carvings are Fu or blessing, Shu, longevity, Ji, or auspicious. Taoists have this unique way of communicating with God, with the use of 2 wooden kidney-shaped blocks. First, one must clean his or her hands, then light a joystick and kneel. As for guidance, you must hold the blocks with a flat side facing up. Now, you can ask your question or make a wish, then drop the wooden blocks. It's a yes if one block is flat, while the other is half round. If both blocks are half round, it means no, while both blocks being flat translates to maybe. It may not be a tourism destination, but it became a popular due to its specular structure and artistic appeal, even to non-believers of this religion. Okay, take your time, tourists, to take a picture. But remember, dear guests, please observe silence, solemnity, and follow the rules while inside. Okay, here we go to our last destination here in Cebu, the Fushan Temple. is a Buddhist temple, the third Chinese temple built on top of a sacred hill from which sacred water flows beneath. The waters are believed to have the therapeutic effects. The temple was built by Dharma Master Shyn, a Buddhist from China, in 1979 and was inaugurated the following year. Now, you are entering a Taoist sanctuary for prayers and meditation. Please observe silence, solemnity, and follow the rules while inside. Meditate, pray while you go to the main altar. The temple is a center of worship for Taoism, the religion which follows the teachings of the ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu. Another ritual among Taoist devotees, which is done during Wednesdays and Sundays. This is the main chapel where you can offer prayers to God to grant your wishes and ask for answers to both minor and major decisions in life. Visitors can ask for wishes and answer if the head or the temple attendant is there. Take your time, tourists, to take a picture. But remember, dear guests, please observe silence, solemnity, and follow the rules while inside. Okay, tourists, did you know Cebu City hosts the biggest and grandest festival in the country? It is the Sinulog Festival. For 32 years, the Sinulog Festival is a traditional celebration in Cebu City, held every third Sunday of January to honor the Santo Niño, or Child Jesus. It has gathered millions of people since its inception. Basically, the festival is done by a dance ritual in which it tells the story of the Filipino people's pagan past and their acceptance of Christianity. Throughout the centuries, the Sinulog has evolved from simple food movements to a grand spectacle that honors the Señor Santo Niño. On Sinulog 2019 gathered 3.5 million people. On Sunday, January 20, 2019, the Sinulog Festival gathered a record-breaking that has 3.5 million people in Cebu City. If you are in the Philippines at that time of the month, you might want to experience the biggest and grandest festival in the country. Alright, tourists! Aren't you amazed by the wonders of Cebu? Now, we will be going to the souvenir shop. There are various of souvenir you can have here in Cebu. Now, we will be going to the souvenir shop. There are various of souvenirs you can see here in Cebu. However, there are a mass by Cebu pasalubong. Now, I will be sharing with you all what food we must try here in Cebu City. There are a lot of foods we must try here in Cebu. First is Cebu's lechon, also known as the lechon capital of the world. Cebu is unsurprisingly the go-to for crispy and succulent roasted pig. So much so that there are stores upon stores in Cebu City alone that serve this delicious, usually served for birthdays, festivals, fiestas, and other celebrations. If flying out of Cebu, make sure you have a pig wrap-up and flown out with you. Or you can order something that's already been chopped up and that you can carry out to the flight. Interested in street food? There is the local market of Calon, Carbon, and Pasig to enjoy the local delicacies. Try the ginabot or deep-fried pork intestine, nilarang bakasi or eel stew, and tuslo buwak or pork brains. For anything grilled, you must try and visit the barbecue square Larshan at Fuente Osmeña. Also, for scrumptious sweets to bring home to family and friends, they have the ampao or puff rice, bucarillo or candied coconut meat, bibingka or rice cake, otap or pastry, and dried mangoes. And the masaril, these saxarine bars will definitely satisfy your sweet tooth when in Cebu. By the way, what is delicious in Cebuano? The delicious in Cebuano is lami. You can also say, lami kaayo ang pagkaon, which means the food is very delicious. Cebu also have the handcrafted jewelry. There are several brands from Cebu that proudly produce handcrafted jewelry made up of natural materials such as wood, bone, and shell. Looking for something unusual and interesting to bring back home? why not buy paintings from Cueva by Loca? It is a community of local artists that accept commission work. You can request self-portraits as well. And lastly, the shirts and panyo dresses shirts, bearing a printed name of the place visited, are a hit among Pinoys. There are multiple shops in Cebu selling souvenir shirts that highlight this best of Cebu. Okay, tourists, I'm sorry to say this, but this is the end of our itinerary for today. But before that, I'll tell you all, we will have our head count. 1, 2, 20. Amazing, exactly complete. Don't miss me already because we will meet again in Negros Oriental. For now, we'll be welcoming your tour guide for Siquijor. Tour guide Shyn.
Hello again, tourists! Did you have fun in Cebu City? That's great! Now, I would like to welcome you all in Siquijor Province. First, let me give you a quick knowledge of the province. Siquijor Province is located in Central Visayas region of the Philippines. Siquijor is the smallest province in the region and the third smallest province in the country. It is classified as the 5th class province and has 1 congressional district. Now, the Siquijor Province is slowly creating noise at our tourism industry. Now, our first destination in Siquijor Province is Camisok Old House. Take a look! This is the Camisok Old House. It is a century-old house built on stilts that stand strong on barangay's shore. Libo in the town of Enrico, Villanueva. Considered the oldest surviving house in the province of Siquijor, and it was built in the middle 1800s. Camisok can be loosely translated as the House of Isok. This house was built by Mariano Tejano, a Spaniard in the 1800s. This could be the reason why it is also called the Tejano House. So roam around for a little, and after, we will be going to our next destination. So here we are at the Cambugahay Falls. Cambugahay Falls is arguably the best waterfall on Siquijor Island. That is most famous for its tiered levels, strikingly blue water, and freshwater cascades, all of which are surrounded by lush rainforest. In Cambugahay Falls, you will experience calmness of the water sound, adventure thrill, and relaxation. Roam around for a little and take a picture because after we will be going to our next destination. The Cantabon Cave, the most famous cave on an island. Inside the cave runs a subterranean stream while beautiful stalactites and stalagmites hang from the cave's chamber ceiling. Everything in the cave is extremely eye-catching and thrilling. Some areas to look forward to is the Teresa's Formation, King's Bed, Shower's Bell, and the Angel's Bath. The Angel Bath is a small pool inside the cave. Be careful to roam around because of the slippery vibes of the cave. But don't worry, we have you assisted. Take a picture, and after, let's go to our last destination in Siquijor Province. Here we are at our last destination, the Talapos Marine Sanctuary. This was first established in 1986 through the Central Visayas Regional Project or CVRP. It is the oldest and largest marine sanctuary in Siquijor and boasts abundant marine life including barracudas and black-tip sharks. It covers over 14 hectares of beaches, mangrove forest, coral reefs, and shoreline. Compared to the other marine sanctuaries, you can find here jackfishes, schools of barracudas, sea turtles, giant clams, and sometimes black-tip reef shark. So dear tourists, I will give you time to roam around and take a picture. Time is up, tourists! Sadly, this is our last destination here in Siquijor. But before you head to your next province destination, we have your souvenir shop in where you can purchase high-quality handbags, floor mats, rugs, hats of all types, basket, and other useful items for around the home, and gifts large and small for the family. Take note, all of these are handmade. Thank you for being with me here in Siquijor Province.
Thank you, Shyn. Now, I will be welcoming you to the Negros Oriental. Welcome to Day 3. I will be welcoming you to the Negros Oriental. It is originally called Buglas. Its name was changed by the Spaniards who colonized the country, referring to the dark-skinned natives that live on the island. The Spaniards changed its name to Negros. At first, the province was part of Cebu until it was turned into an independent military district in 1734. Later on, the island was divided into two provinces, thus the birth of Negros Occidental and Negros Oriental. Negros Oriental, a laid-back province situated in the southeastern portion of Negros Island, Visayas, Philippines, surrounded on the north and west by its neighboring province, Negros Occidental. The province is a breathtaking mix of culture and modernization. Dumaguete City is the capital of Negros Oriental. The government is also located in the capital area of the city. The province is divided from Cebu Island by the Tanyon Strait. Tourism is another source of livelihood for locals of the province, considering there are plenty of breathtaking beaches and resorts situated on the island. Many pay a visit to explore the city capital or go to the municipalities for a diving experience. With its fine mix of conservatism and modernization, the province makes for a sleeping giant slowly exposing itself to the rest of the world. Top tourist spots in the province are further divided into categories like diving, dolphin and whale watching, hiking, cave, and exploration. Negros Oriental, despite the tourism hub that it is still filled with vast fertile land. As such, the primary industry in the province is agriculture, with primary crops such as corn, rice, coconut, and sugarcane. 10 minutes from now, we will be arriving to our first destination here in Negros Oriental. As we turn here in Negros Oriental, you will see the Silliman University. It is a private university located in the charming city of Dumaguete on Negros Island. Dubbed as a city of gentle people, it is ranked as one of the top 10 universities in the Philippines. Silliman University is a melting pot of cultures and religions. American missionaries founded Silliman University in 1901 as an elementary school for boys. The school flourished and gradually built itself up until it acquired university status here in 1938. Their mission is to provide opportunities for growth and excellence in every dimension of the university life in order to strengthen character, competence, and faith. Instill in all members of the university community our enlightened social consciousness and a deep sense of justice and compassion. Also, Silliman University is home to around 300 international students every school year. They come from 50 countries in Asia, America, Africa, and Europe. What a great school to learn a rich mix of cultures, social orientations, and faith perspectives. Right, mga ka-tourists? Okay, tourists, we'll give you time to tour around the school. Enjoy! Okay, tourists, time is up! We will now be heading to Dumaguete Bell Tower and Cathedral. Okay, tourists, welcome to the historical Belfry Tower or Campanaria. It has stood in Dumaguete for over 200 years, making it the oldest bell tower in Visayas. No trip to a city is complete without getting to know some of that city's history. This beautiful stone tower helped save Dumaguete during pirate attacks and called citizens to mass in its heyday. Today, the Dumaguete Belfry is one of the city's best-known landmarks and is thought to be one of the oldest surviving structures in the city. Now, there is a lush garden around the base. The Grotto of Our Lady of Perpetual Help has also been added near the base of the tower. Many Catholics come to the Belfry and the Grotto to light candles and pray. The Belfry still holds a deep religious significance for people. People come to the Dumaguete Belfry not only for the history, but also for the beauty of the tower and its surroundings. The tower creates a sense of peace and calm in its viewers. The picturesque white and gray stone lends itself to beautiful photographs. Visitors can make a short climb to the grotto with the statue of Mama Mary to take pictures of the surrounding area as well. This belfry is especially lovely at sunset, when you can watch the sun go down behind its top. There are small stands and stores near the belfry that sell lovingly handmade religious arts and crafts. Okay, tourists, take photos and you can leave a candle and leave a prayer by the grotto. Alright, tourists, time is up! We will now proceed to Casa Rora Falls. Welcome to Casa Rora Falls. Upon reaching the Casa Rora Falls entrance, the real adventure begins. Reaching the Casa Rora Falls will take some muscle on your legs to move and exercise with more than 350 steps going down the terrain paradise. It also has a stunning waterfall that flows from a sheer drop of 30 meters. Though, despite its narrowness, the volume of water that drops is heavy and causes a roar as it touches the pool. The tourists may take a guide at the entrance, although this is not compulsory. However, the tourists may feel more comfortable with one for safety and direction. Though, from the car park to the falls itself is quite a hike. Around the basin are natural boulders, huge enough to rest any traveler's weary feet. Alright, take a tour, tourists, and enjoy the breathtaking waterfall. Okay, tourists, time is up! We are now coming up to Lake Balanan. Welcome to Lake Balanan. In the southern part of Negros Island, there is a beautiful lake resting named Balanan, situated in the mountains of Seattle, Negros Oriental. It is a freshwater lake in the forested mountains of the southern portion of the island of Negros, with a shape of resembling a figure of 8. The narrowest point between the two central portions of the lake being only 90 meters or 300 feet wide. Upon reaching Lake Balanan, its atmosphere will enchant you with its freshness and calmness of air, and a gentle splash of fresh air on your face, and the right out peacefulness and solitude of the place. That will surely melt your heart out. What else could you possibly ask for a vacation, right, tourists? According to the history, the Sandulat Mountains collapsed due to the 6.8 magnitude earthquake phenomenon that happened in that year of 1925, which blocked Balanan River streams that raised a natural dam that soon developed into a lake. Lake Balanan offers a wide range of activities including a zipline, kayaking, pedal boating or kayak, and hiking or trekking in terms of facilities. Balanan has its cozy tree house and comfortable hotel rooms, and a staff house open for overnight lodging, designated picnic and camping areas under acacia trees and other towering trees, and conference rooms for daylight use. But sad to say, this is not the part of our itinerary for today. Lake Balanan will surely have a tattoo on your hearts. So for now, take the opportunity to mesmerize by the lake. Alright, tourists, gather around, for we'll be heading to Apo Island. Welcome to Apo Island. It's a small, pristine island surrounded by calm and clear waters. It is perfect for underwater activities, such as snorkeling and diving. It has even been rated as one of the best dive sites in the world. Apo Island is famous because it is the first successful marine sanctuary. Here, divers can encounter an incredible variety of marine life. Among the species which can be found near Apo Island are big-eyed rocks, hammerheads, manta rays, and even tuna. The island has immaculate white sand, and it is also littered with unique rock formation. Isn't it amazing to witness the wonders of Negros Oriental? Alright! Now, tour guide Shyn will accompany you to the last destination here in Negros Oriental.
Hi mga ka-tourists! Are you shocked that I am here? Well, I am here to introduce your last destination. Welcome to Manhuyod White Sand Bar. It is a strip of pristine white sand located about 15 minutes boat ride from the coast of Baay City in the Negros Oriental province of the Philippines. The surface of the island emerged only during low tide, and there are native wooden houses built on stilts. The sea covers the entire sand, stretching only few hours, so the earlier you arrive here, the wider the sandbar will be. And as soon as the seawater hides everything, you can swim, snorkel, or just sunbathe on the boat. That way, you will enjoy both sides high and low tide of this mesmerizing place. Also, if you skip the dolphin watching tour, you can be here earlier than most of the boats and enjoy your place at your own pace.
A piece of patience is souvenir from Negros Oriental. The handicrafts made by the Negrenses in the eastern half of the island, which appear to be typical Filipino items, are the result of a long process driven by the tradition and simplicity. Negros Oriental does not manufacture any unique handcrafts. Abaca-based fashion accessories and tableware, stonecraft in boxes and houseware, and bamboo also. Items such as home decor and kitchenware are all created in different regions in the country. Stonecraft such as boxes and home decor are made by sculpting semi-pressure stone. Abaca-based crafts such as bags, mats, and home decor are made from braided and rolled abaca strands that are then knotted and sewed to form a purpose. Bamboo goods are cleaned, hardened, and fashioned by hand with an attention for precision ranging from trays to kitchenware to building components. These are the keepsakes that have helped little towns survive. Today, some of them are no longer considered souvenirs, but rather magnificent handicrafts that can be seen on the shelves of high-end stores in Metro Manila and other areas of the world. The tourists, have you enjoyed your tour at Region 7? 4 days come so fast. So that's it, tourists! As long as we wanted to extend our tour here in Central Visayas, we have to say goodbye to Central Visayas region. Thank you so much for your interest and attention. At this time, may I call on my partner on this tour for our final goodbye. Once again, I'm Jona.
And I am Shyn. And always remember that life is a journey, not a destination. On behalf of Central Pinas Travel Tours, we are now signing off as your tour guides. And we would like to say, daghang salamat ug paalam. Mag-amping ka mo ug sa sunod natong pinakita. Bye!
Kanta ng Pilipinas, ipakita na ang galing ng Pilipino. Tara na kanta ng Pilipinas, oo, tara na kanta ng Pilipinas. Saan man dako, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, dinig mo ay sadyang kahanga-hanga. Awit mo ay salamin ng iyong buhay. Aawitin ng buong bansa. Ang galing mo, kapatid, kailanman buong bansa ngayon ay kakanta. Tara na kanta ng Pilipinas, ipakita na ang galing ng Pilipino. Tara na kanta ng Pilipinas, oo, tara na kanta ng Pilipinas. Pagpalaki, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, sadyang lahat ay iyong pinapahanga. Makikinig sa kwento ng iyong buhay at saksi ang buong bansa. Ang galing mo, kapatid, kailanman buong bansa ngayon ay kakanta. Tara na kanta ng Pilipinas, ipakita na ang galing ng Pilipino. Tara na kanta ng Pilipinas, oo, tara na kanta ng Pilipinas.
Di naman talaga maitatanggi, galing mo Pilipino kapatid. Tinig mo ay laging mananaig, saan man mapunta, saan mang sulok ng daigdig. Bumipirit, tinig mong malupit. Humihirit, sige papet na pet. Bumipirit, kay lupet. Humihirit